My name is Sean Jansen. I am from the United States of America.
My name is Jessica Tulliver. I'm from America, Washington, D.C.
My name is Robert O'Leary. I am from the United States of America.
Hello, my name's Charlie and I'm from England.
Hi, I'm Robin. I'm from England.
My name's Bob.
Hi, I'm Reese. I'm from Australia.
My name's Williams, Joe Williams, and I'm Australia.
Now I teach in Yandotia Middle School.
I've been teaching here for 8 months now.
I've been working for True China for about a month now. My students are grade 1, 2 and 3, very little, very cute.
I've been with True China for about a month and a half. I teach grade 2, grade 3 and grade 4.
And I'm teaching in Chengdu for 7 months. My students range from the age of 3 to 6, so very young, kindergarten.
In Chengdu for only a month and a half.
And I've been with the True China program for over a year now, and I'm enjoying it very much.
I've been working in China for 6 months so far. I'm teaching English in a primary school, grades 1 to 6, and I'm really enjoying the first 6 months of me working here. I'm really impressed by the way that you can actually see the students learn and grow and develop, and sometimes even within a lesson you'll see that they know something by the end of it that they didn't know at the start, and it's just really interesting to see them develop over a lesson, but it's also interesting to see them develop over a longer period, over the term or over a few weeks. Sometimes you have really shy children, and by the end of it they are a lot more confident, and they'll be coming up and speaking and asking questions, and yeah, it's just really, that's probably my favourite thing about the whole teaching experience.
What impresses me most about teaching in China is how different it is, but in lots of kind of good and bad ways. Stuff that I never expected, that the students are all very eager to learn, and they're at school for a very long time and they're all used to it, so they're normally quite well behaved. It's very interesting to just be dropped into English teaching, and it's very easy to learn on the job because in my school I have lots of teachers to help me. The schools are very different, but I'm very glad that I teach in a Chinese schools because it gives you a very good cultural difference, cultural experience. So I do lots of conversational classes just because I feel like that's a good reason why we're here. And I think ending the lesson with games I find is a good technique because they all know that they can play games at the end, so it keeps them focused throughout the rest of the lesson. Interactive whiteboards are great, kind of getting them up and out of their seat because they do a lot of reading and writing in our other English classes. So I try and make them very active and come and like touch the board and connect with words and things to try and get them kind of moving about the classroom. I think that's the main technique to kind of keep them interested.
It's quite difficult because every class is different, and one of the greatest challenges is there's a lot of students, maybe 40 students in a class, and it's also making sure that every student is getting some sort of experience from your class. But during my classes I use a lot of actions to help memorise the words. So an action that can be related to the word rather than just my voice.
I do like it. They're very cute. And they do exercise every morning, and I join in with them. And the classes are quite large, maybe 50 students. It can be, at first, a little bit overwhelming, but slowly, maybe after the first week, you understand how to teach much better, you improve a lot, and there's always a teaching assistant to help you in the process, so it's never too much. Some kids are naughty, yes, but if they're normally, if you're teaching interesting things, they're not going to lose concentration. So if you make your classes good, then they won't be so naughty. Just try to keep them interested in what I'm doing. So a lot of repetition, new things, pictures, videos. I like to show them a cartoon called Adventure Time, and they love that. So at the end of the class each day, I show them maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and they sit there quietly and just watch it, and they're having a great time. So I think they look forward to my lessons.
They're quite basic, so mostly easy things to comprehend, like shape stuff. You know, what is this here? It's a chair. You know, your basic conversation things. They like to try, but a lot of them are very shy, and they require a lot of nudging to try and speak. But when they do start trying to speak and say things, they really enjoy trying. And that's the key. If they enjoy trying the language, then they're going to get better at it. And so that's what we're after. What Chinese students don't really get a lot of here is good quality YouTube videos, because you can't see YouTube in China. And so I'll bring that to the table. Good CGI, that sort of thing, lots of colours, and also they don't love it at first, but they're getting around it, a little bit of trying to work things out for themselves. I don't like giving students an answer. I'll ask them a question and I expect them to look in their book and go, oh hey, there's the answer. So I'll just keep asking them something again and again and again until they finally go, oh, this is what he means, and then it gets them thinking, and that's good. So trying to make them think a little bit more outside of the box, and also having some good backdrops and some flashy things with you, just in case. Also, if you're willing to throw your body around a lot and make a fool of yourself, they love that as well, so I'm always ready to do that.
That I use with the Chinese kids, I really don't have none. I've never really developed any of them. I usually just, if the child is happy, then I'm happy. So at school, if my kids are smiling and they are happy and not sad and actually engaged in what I'm saying, I'm happy. Even if they're talking and fighting and playing, they're teenagers. I can't expect nothing more from them. So just them enjoying what I'm saying is good enough for me. And being a teacher in China is different. It's definitely a different experience. In America, we care about the child's well-being, the entire child. In China, it's all about study. So something I have to overcome as a teacher. That their minds are about study and not playing and just focusing on work. So, but when they're in my class, they enjoy it. So I'm still happy, even though they're being taught one way and I'm teaching another way. So it's not frustrating to me. Just to me, it's not frustrating.
I think the thing that impressed me most about the teaching experience here is the overall satisfaction you get when you see one of your students actually learn what you taught them. So that has probably been the thing that's impressed me most about the teaching experience. I absolutely appreciate the experience of being a teacher here. Like I said before, it's so satisfying when you see one of your students either right after class or the next day or the week after repeat what you taught them and understand what you taught them. So that is just incredibly satisfying. The day there isn't goes by where they come up to me and speak English when they hardly know any English, but they downright say exactly what I've taught them. So I think that they really do enjoy and they want to learn more English. I have many topics. I do teach children, so I have to keep it pretty basic. But I do everything from sports to food to even the young ones are still learning the alphabet. So it's a very broad spectrum, but I have to keep it somewhat simple and keep it entertaining. Other than to try to make every single lesson as enjoyable as possible. Sometimes lessons can be really boring for students, so I have to make everything fun. So I have to come up with a game for everything that I teach. So it's sometimes a little difficult, but it's just overall it's just a lot of fun. So I think that would be the only thing that I can see myself projecting is just try to make games for every single lesson I have to keep it entertaining and keep it interesting. For the children that are very young, the 3-year-olds, I have to have some sort of body motion to signify for every letter of the alphabet. I would say when I was teaching them body parts, I would have them, lift up one leg, or wiggle their toes, or wiggle their fingers, or touch their hair. Something to keep it interesting. So every single time, you have to create some sort of activity for them to at least keep their focus, because they're children and they're focused as well. So.
My students love to speak English with me because I make it as fun as possible through games and contests and through a lot of fun activities. They're very enthusiastic about speaking English with English speakers because they do not have a lot of opportunity to speak amongst themselves the English language, and to listen to an actual native speaker is very important to them. What I would like to do with the younger ones is play a game called Alphabet Eraser Game. And so I write a series of letters on the whiteboard. So I will write ZHWS, and I will have 2 students grab an eraser, and I will have them face me, and I will call out a letter, and whoever gets to erase the letter first gets a point. And they really love this game. The really young ones love the whisper game, where you start at the beginning of a class row and you whisper a word into one student's ear, and he whispers the word to the next student, and so on and so on. And then you go to the back of the classroom, and the last student whispers the word back into your ear, and if it's the same word, they were listening correctly. But usually the word changes a great deal, so it's fun because we all get to laugh. When you say the word spaghetti and it comes back to you Spalding, we all get to have a great laugh about that, and it's fun. So those are some of the games that we like to play. There are many, many other games, of course. There's Animal Alphabet, where you draw the alphabet on the board and you cross off the letters if they spell the word of an animal correctly. So they like that when you divide the class into teams. So they have a great sense of team spirit. They love it when their team wins.